Greetings, YouTube. I was not prepared for the amount of work I needed to dedicate to this day in the contest. They want to be our Valentine. They did a great job, especially for Valiant players, and I realize if you're Paragon, you're maybe feeling mixed feelings, but I still think overall Paragon players did pretty well with the free calendar, and this is the playbook now that Kabam should follow. If we want people to spend cash, we will not nerf Hercules right before an event. We won't demean you more than we have to. We're going to give you nice free gifts that then give us the ability to hopefully pass on that love in the form of credit card purchases. I was not expecting, of course, a 7-star to be in this Domino Champion Selector, but for my progression level at least, I got a free 6-star. I hit a free 6-star from this, and I'm guessing multiple progression levels did. That's pretty amazing. So when you clicked on it, you'd see a Domino Champion Selector, and I had to make sure that that started off this video. Now, as far as the Odin, in the last couple weeks, there's been a bonus amount of units that some people maybe or maybe didn't actually take advantage of. Keep in mind, the market points for this expire on Monday. Let me be the person that reminds you of that, since I lost mine. You get a few more units, so if you're going to buy this once or twice, and I think like any other offer, I assume that the purchases are shared between the stores. So you can't buy 4 in the in-game and then 4 here. Hopefully people remembered that and didn't make the mistake of costing themselves literally what could be hundreds of units by purchasing it in the wrong store. Kabam makes way more money from this Valentine's unit store on the website. So this is really game-changing because they're giving us the cashback of market points, which, keep in mind, still pretty bad. You're going to need to spend $200 on this event minimum to take advantage of the best parts of this, because you're going to need $200 worth of points, which it's $1 per point, so it's 200 points, and that gets you this tier. That's pretty awesome. 2,500 6-star relic crystal shards. And so what this does is pretty smart. This gives someone like myself who's thinking about maybe spending $100 to think, well, if I spend $200, I get these bonuses. I get half a 5-star relic crystal. I get 7,500 6-star shards. I get 3 Cav Nexus crystals, and I get 2,500 more. So basically, I get the difference between a 5-star Nexus and then a 7-star crystal worth of shards, 10,000 7-star shards between the two milestones, Cav Nexus crystals, and then relic crystal shards. That's on top of the bonuses, which if you were to buy this twice to get to the 200, you'd get 6,820 units plus 40 superior mythic romance crystals plus 2 7-star B-Mine crystals, and then 10 romance revives, 10 romance team revives, 10 greater love juice potions, 10 romance team health potions, and then 5 million gold. That is game-changing. And this is why Kabam introduced the market. I had people saying, Prof, you need to do a better job on your channel of reminding people of the history of this game. And I say, look, people always accuse me of stretching out my videos, even though I try my hardest to not do that. So if I bring in history, it's going to make the video longer. And they'll say, well, if they don't want to watch or listen to it, fine. But I would prefer you to talk about history. Well, every time Kabam changes the economy of the game, cheers to those of you playing at home. That is the Prof. Hoff magic drinking game phrase, and you can drink water. It doesn't have to be an adult beverage. But every time they do, it's to sell more. Keep in mind, we now have so many whale holidays. February's Valentine's now. Then we've got spring cleaning in March/April, I think closer to April. So every 2 months, February, April, July, September, November. What used to be one whale holiday a year, which was July 4th, turned into 2 with Cyber Weekend, turned into 3 with spring cleaning, turned into 4 with Cap's Commissary, turned to 5 with Valentine's Day. And that's not counting Summoner Appreciation. That's not counting the double track events, obviously. That's not counting gifting. So you've never had the opportunity to give Kabam more of your money than you do in 2024. This is how they're trying to keep the lights on. But if you don't spend $10,000 a year on this game, you're going to be okay. But you're going to see matchups in Battlegrounds that make you feel like you can't catch up. You're going to see matchups in Alliance War that make you feel like you can't catch up. If you're going up against stacked rosters, you're going to be at a disadvantage. So that's the reality of the game. You're going to be punished in Battlegrounds and Alliance War for not having a stacked roster, but you're also going to be able to afford to feed yourself and maybe your family and pay rent and other things if you're not making enough money to justify. There are plenty of people out there that make what I make in a year in, 3 months. And so they can just blow more disposable income than I could ever imagine on this game, even with the YouTube channel. And hats off to them. But there are also people who can't, but sometimes feel pressured to make irresponsible choices. So the end of this message is, don't let the temptations of the online store force you into making bad purchases that you instantly regret. Because this store, I am guessing, is also much harder to get any kind of refunds off. Right now, the system is, if you go through Apple or Google Play and you want to walk away from the game and get your money back, you're going to go into negative unit jail and your account may be banned and then terminated, but you can get that money back. In this system, I don't know anybody, and maybe somebody in the comments can say this, I don't know anybody who's tried to do that, but with this purchase, you'd almost need to go through like your credit card company, I feel like. So Kabam's going to make a lot more money off of this. They're going to be paying 5% of a cost versus 30% is what we kind of did some research on and seem to feel like as a community. Kabam's making 25% more money, which is why they can give you more of a percent back as a player to incentivize you to swipe that credit card here versus the in-game store. I still think at some point Apple and Google Play are going to have a problem with it, but so far, publicly, it seems like everything is okay. Either way, this is changing how I talk about whale offers. This is changing the game. Don't make bad Valentine's Day purchases out of desperation that you're going to be behind. I am not going to spend $1,500 on this event like I did for Cyber Week. No. I am going to spend $200. That's going to be my budget for this. And I'm going to buy 2 different Odin offers because keep in mind, since it's shared, there isn't even a $200 offer in this. Now there's this offer, and this has the bonus units. But I still think, even with the bonus units, it's a much better value to get less units, but way more extras by spending 2 of these instead of 1 of these. So, lots to unpack. I have way more videos to make. I'm not sure when I'm going to make them. I have a quiz to grade right now that's sitting next to me that's demanding my attention after I hit the stop recording button. But I hope this video helps some of you out make better decisions. That's why I'm here. Thanks for watching.